And here we go, back once again for another live session. Ask Me Anything, episode 209. It has been a very long minute. Let me fix the camera a little bit like this. That's better. It has been a while, my friends. Hasn't done a live in a while, but found some time today in between clients. Excuse the outfit. There is an absolute heat wave going on in Belgium. It is about 27, 28 degrees. And yeah, I'm basically at this type of temperature. I just walk around all day either without a shirt or something like this. Um, that's just the way it is, man. If you're a Viking, 28 degrees is too damn hot. Either way, let's get this live on the way. It is 3 p.m. in Belgium. And per usual, you guys get to ask me anything, and I shall do my best to answer your questions to the best of my ability. What's up, light spreader? Congratulations. You're the first person in this live session today. Let's see what we got going on. Also, for the people watching this later, I'm once again going to make you aware that I have a Discord channel. So if anyone is looking to join my Discord, which is like a chat server where my entire community resides, then you can go ahead and click on this link that I'm about to post in the chat box right now, which will allow you. Um, there we go. Got it. So this is my Discord right here. If you click on that link, you can come in, join, and you can talk to my community 24/7. And I'm also on there myself when I can. For those who are unaware, I just got back from Barcelona 2 days ago. Hello, Elizabeth. How you doing, girl? How's Greece treating you? Had an absolute blast in Barcelona. That will forever be my second home. If you haven't watched the video that I made there yet, go make sure to check it out. I actually ended up meeting one of my clients there in real life in Barcelona. So I don't really, I never met a client of mine in real life. It always happens through the video call, and all my clients are international. None of them are in Belgium. And even if they were in Belgium, like I would still do it through a video call, obviously. So this was really cool, like meeting a client in real life and getting to hang out, go to a concert together. So if you want to see how that went down, then make sure to go check out that video that I did. All right, we got 5 people in here. So the concept is you guys can ask me anything, and then I will answer your question. So the better the questions, the better the life, the better the content. So it is up to you, my friends, how this one is gonna turn out. Um, Good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thank you, PB Jelly. I'm doing absolutely great. Summertime, happy time. Got a lot of things lined up. And just yesterday, I went and did a seminar. I did a public speaking gig here in Belgium, which was just absolutely amazing. I really had the best time. I don't really do a lot of that stuff, especially in Belgium. I'm not used to talking in Dutch, like doing my thing in Dutch, but it was really good. It was really fun, really interesting, and I'm glad I did. But yeah, guys, let's get some questions going. Otherwise, there is not much point to this, as I can only talk so long. PB Jelly. To start things going, since I posted on your video about toxic positivity, I'm curious how you found out about it, as it was new to me as well. Thank you, getting things going. So how did I found out about toxic positivity? Somebody left a comment on a previous video of mine I forgot which one, but they basically accused me of being. Oh no, it was a live. I did a live session, and somebody came in and asked a question, and I guess my reply or my answer wasn't sufficient. Like it wasn't long enough, or it wasn't. I didn't have enough empathy, according to the person that commented, because they said that I practiced toxic positivity and I showed that I didn't really care and I just dismissed his struggle. The person posing the question. And then I was already hip to the term toxic positivity, but that was the third time that I got called um, that. So that kind of led me to make that video and to talk about like, how silly that is. Otaliz, what's up? What's up? Stiggy, dude. I'm sorry, I still haven't. I'm really bad, but I haven't listened to your audio messages yet. It's one of those things where I want to take my time to listen, and then of course WhatsApp drowns out the messages. So I'll get back to you. I promise. So, brother, how would you summarize your Barcelona trip in 3 words? Um, home, um, reunion, um, growth. That's what I would say. I actually ended up. So the greatest thing about the trip was I ended up reconnecting with one of my best friends that I had when I was living in Barcelona, and we fell out. Like we had, excuse me, guys. We had a we had a fight, like a really silly argument about nothing really, and it caused us to fall out for 2 years. So we didn't speak for 2 years, and I finally decided that it was time to make the first move and try to put that behind us. So I went and I approached him, and we were able to talk things through, and we both realized that it was nonsense and that we both missed each other's friendship. So that was really nice. Also, just coming back to Barcelona, it's like the first time I moved there was 2010. Like I've got so much history in that place. So it was just, yeah, I love that city. I'll always go back there. And I'm at a point now where in like I've talked about that in terms of traveling. I've definitely gotten to a point where I have seen enough. I've been to enough places to where I'm kind of like I'm not that interested in new stuff anymore. Like of course, like I'm still gonna do like travels, for example. I still want to do Japan, I want to do Canada, things like that. But I have seen enough to where I'm like, that travel itch and explore new things is kind of like taken care of. It's more so I found myself on a couple of my last trips. Like for example, Lisbon. I constantly found myself wanting it to be Barcelona, and I constantly found myself like comparing it to Barcelona and thinking this is like a less good version of Barcelona. So I had to be honest with myself, and I was just doing this thing where I was trying to check boxes. Like I want to do something new. It has to be something new, but why? Like I got caught up in that. Like I have to go somewhere where I haven't been before. But like why don't you just go back to the place that you love and that makes you happy? And sure, there will still be opportunities to go to the places to new places, but that's kind of what happened. And yeah, I had that epiphany. Like stop making things harder than they have to be and just go where you want to go and don't get caught up in like checking more boxes and cities of places you haven't visited yet. What's up, Elena? Lonely bloke. You look like you're productive, like you're productive lately. I'm trying, yeah. I'm trying. My coaching business is going better than ever. So I have more clients, full time clients than ever, and obviously that's where my focus goes. Um, that's what pays the bills. So it's great, and like every single client I'm working with right now is like a very interesting and fun person to work with. Um, so yeah, I have a new client in an hour and a 15, so I look forward to that as well. And of course the gym and stuff like that. Papuna. I'm going to Estonia after all this COVID stuff on a Rammstein with a friend. Might visit Finland for one day as well. You're going to a Rammstein concert, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, I heard they're touring. They've been all over the radio today in Belgium. Lorenz, how much do you care what others think on a scale from 1 to 10? 10 being caring a lot. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a really one-dimensional answer to a very complex question. It depends who it is. If you ask me how much I care about what the people that I love think, yeah, I care. I care like 8 out of 10. I think if it's like general strangers, it's like a 3 or a 2. Really depends on who it is. How much is your consultation per hour? Light threader, I don't discuss anything like price wise and all of that stuff on here, as you may understand. But if you're interested, or if anyone else is interested to hire me as their coach, really simple. All you gotta do is email me at that email, lawrence.dries@gmail.com. Just be like, yo, what's up, dude? And then we can talk about all that stuff. Hello, Viking. Go to Poland from Jamsburg Viking Festival in August. My sister lives in Poland. I really should actually, you know. I mean, I visited her also already. Sticky. I think we all care what people think. What we can do is learn how we decide to react. Yeah. I'm gonna give you guys like a recommendation, something that I've been going back to lately. Is the Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. So there's a YouTube video of about 30 minutes where the Meditations, which is like basically the philosophy of Marcus Aurelius, is like an audio book, and it's just like recapitalized in 30 minutes. So I highly recommend anyone to go check out that video. I've been going back to that, and it's so current. It helps so much with life and everything, and just put that on repeat. But yeah, I'm happy to hear that you're noticing that I'm being productive. It's definitely true, and I plan on being a hell of a lot more productive in the next 6 months. Like it's only gonna get more. Um, it was just like COVID, and then my relationship ending, and being a winner, and a lot of confusing stuff. I like how low that you guys saw me back. Like when was it? Like January, February. Like that's the lowest I've ever been. Like that I can remember. Oh man, Sticky dude, thank you so much, man. Thank you so incredibly much, dude. 100 DKK. That's like Dubai currency, right? Dude, I appreciate you so much. Shout out to my man Stiggy, the Danish playboy living it up in Dubai. Also worked with him before, so he's also a client and just an all around awesome dude. That's what I was saying when I was talking about how I all the people I work with are like really cool people. I'm not just saying that like try to make some shit up. Um, like look at this guy, he's awesome. Um, do you know if your sister was already part fluent in Polish before she immigrated? No, so my sister, she basically, not basically, she's a boss lady. So she is an engineer. She's 6 years older than me. Very intelligent woman, also a great manager, and she has made a crazy career over at a company called Procter and Gamble. And she's just an all-around amazing person and intelligent and smart and all. Like she combines all of that stuff. And after working for PNG in Belgium for about, I want to say 10 years or so, they basically were like, "Hey, you want to go and lead your own division over in Poland?" And like, and they gave her a house and everything, and the whole family could move there, and that's what she's doing. So it wasn't like she just like moved there and by herself and had to figure things out. Like she did it through the company, which is obviously the easiest and best way. Like literally everything is taken care of. So yeah, that's that story. In my family, in terms of like me and my siblings, I'm considered like the least intelligent. Really, I'm not making that up. But then again, like I'm sitting here with a light baby blue Borat looking stringer on YouTube Live, so I guess I am the least intelligent. Faith K. Oh my God. Hi. I haven't passed by your channel in quite some time. Short hair looks so good on you. Thank you so much, Faith. You are just so sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I cannot get enough compliments about my short hair because it was quite a decision to make. Yeah, I'm fine. I had to figure out like the different like the style I wanted to have. I feel like I'm there now. PBGLA, do you think the growth of social media contributed to the need to fit in as it pertains to what others think? It seems to have influenced how people interact with each other. I would say it has influenced people in terms of interaction, um, in the way that a lot of people are not really able to have real life conversations anymore. Like I notice a lot of people being socially awkward. What I notice is a lot of young people cannot pick up the phone. Like they get anxiety when the phone rings. It's like, oh my God, I have to have like a direct live conversation with this person. Like, oh, I don't have time to be pragmatic and think and strategize and be passive aggressive through words. Like I'm noticing a lot of that. Definitely think we are raising a generation of weak, very weak people, who are just like used to being sheltered in their own world. I think there's a lot of people that just like to live in their social media world because they have followers and friends there, and they're just like, "This is safe. I know this." But then, like when you go out in the real world, they're like, what the hell is this?" And that's what I think. Like I've met I've met girls from Instagram that are like top models on Instagram, and you meet them in real life, and they're shy, they're insecure, they can't look you in the eye. Like you see them on the gram, they look like they're hyper confident, like boss bitch, all that stuff. And like in real life, they can't even like, you know, they're just like awkward. Same with some dudes that I met through Instagram and stuff like that. Like everybody, it's really easy to look a certain way in front of your phone. Um, Real life is a different game though, and I've always said that like one of my qualities that I'm most proud of, like if like I really know how to move in real life. Like you see me on the counter, I can act a certain way, I can scream, or I can be like whatever, and you might think, you know, like I'm putting on a show or whatever, but like and no, but I can really be like I've been in a lot of places, and I know how to move, and I know how to like um you know stand up for myself, if that makes sense, or like nah, it doesn't make sense. Like that's just I feel like that's a quality that a lot of people are losing, to move through the jungle of life. Like they all just get weak and scared, and you know a lot of anxiety. I've noticed people prefer text and emails to conversations. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, yeah, but like, because people prefer text and emails because it allows them to be pragmatic and strategize. If you call with someone, they don't have time to think like, how can I act cool or how can I come back? It's like I tell you something on the phone, like you got to say something. When people are texting, it's like that's when they feel secure in a position of power, and it's really sad. Um, I a lot of my friends like in their 30s, like they don't pick up a phone. To me, it's crazy. Something else. Like now you got me going. I know so many people that if they don't know the number, even if you can see the number, they don't pick up the phone. Really, I've seen it so many times. Somebody gets a like a call, and they're like, "Oh, I don't know this number." I'm like, "You're not gonna pick it up?" "Mm, no, I don't know the number. I'm not gonna pick up." I'm like, "What the fuck are you? What do you think is gonna happen? You think someone is gonna be like, I'm gonna fucking like, I'm gonna murder your family, or like I'm looking at you from across the street? What are you expecting?" Like, people are so scared. I know there's a lot of people right now that can relate that they know people who are scared to pick up a phone if they don't know the number that's calling them. how the fuck do I look not picking up my phone if you're calling me? You know what I mean? Like that's and I see that a lot. It's like, damn, crazy. It can be hard for introvert people to be social and around a lot of people and be relaxed, talk like you. I think most men would be as social intelligent as you, an extrovert. Yeah, but you gotta give me like I got my face, man. I got a lot of insecurities that I had to overcome. I drool when I talk. Like, don't just put it on like social intelligence. Like, I got my shit to overcome. But I guess that's why I'm a coach, and that's why people pay me for that to kind of teach them. So if you're one of those people who is awkward and doesn't know how to talk and all this stuff, then you should probably work with me because that's what I do. Also, women, of course, they're just more introvert. There are more introvert men. I'm not sure about that. I think there's also a lot of introvert women. I don't think you can put any gender on that. All right, guys, let's keep the questions coming. The better the questions, the better the life. You seem you seem stoic in social situations. Something I should also learn. Um, I don't know if I'm stoic. I'm pretty like I I just always I wouldn't call myself stoic in social situations. Like I just like I always know what to say, I guess. I'm never gonna be for a lack of words. And I always my main thing is I always know that the person that I'm talking to is just as insecure and shy as me on the inside. Like that's the main thing that I focus on. Like I know no matter who it is, no matter who I talk to, I know that they're just as and yeah, I don't know. It's just like it's easy. It comes easy, but obviously, like that's just a part of my personality. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel. Anywho, let's get some questions going, guys. And once again, I'm gonna give you the link to my Discord. That right there, my friends, um, is the Discord of my channel, where you can join the hideout. That's what it's called. My community hides out there. So if you want to join, for free, of course, like it's just Discord, you can click on that link and come see what's up. B3 Asia, Andrew. Hey, you know you're a dedicated YouTuber when you know the real first names of the nicknames of the people on your channel. People can say what they want about me, but they cannot say I do not know my tribe. Why do you think it is that when us Westerners go to developing countries like Colombia or Thailand, that we feel more alive and free than we do back home? Well, first of all, usually tourists in those type of places just get away with more shit because the country wants to get more of them because tourists equal money. So we are like, I think we definitely feel like we're free to do what we want. Um, and usually in developing countries, there's not that many laws. The same way there are in like countries like Belgium and stuff. Like we've gotten so far, like these first world countries, they try to approach perfection, right? They try to like everything has to be taken care of. Like if you go to a second world country, they don't even recycle. You see what I'm saying? So you can throw a Coca Cola can with a banana peel and a paper bag all in the same bag, and it's fine because so they're not even at the recycling part yet. So I mean, there's even parts in Europe where they're not even recycling, but so they're not gonna care about other things either, like laws that we have. Like in England, you can't even. Last time I checked, you can't drink on the streets in England if you're carrying a can of beer. Unless like police will stop you. Like how wild is that, right? Um, so that's one thing. I think just like in terms of legislation, they're just behind because they're just still trying to figure out like the basics of running like a proper society. And I definitely think in some first world countries, the pendulum has shifted too far. Like there's too many rules and there's too many little, "Nee, nee, nee, you can't do this, you can't do that." Like definitely. And I think we also feel free because it's just like we are away, like we no longer have our cultural peers. When you are living in the culture in which you were brought up in, you're always a part of a bigger system, a bigger society where there is a social control. If I'm in Belgium and I'm walking down the street and I throw my can of Coke on the ground, people are gonna look at me and be like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like that's not accepted here." You see what I'm saying? I mean, that's maybe a poor example, but it's just like even other things like if I go and walk around in my hometown where I'm at now with my shirt off, people are gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing? Like you're not supposed to walk with your shirt off. Like and you can do it in Thailand, no one's gonna give a shit. So and that's gonna sting because we know we're doing something that we're not supposed to do, and we see those bad looks, and it's like, oh, we feel like we're constricted. We're like, they're judging me and they're punishing me, and I definitely think that's a big part of it. Tutorial slave. Greetings, Lorenz. Is the fact that I barely ever dream about my late mother a subconscious defense mechanism of my psyche forcing me to move on, or am I emotionally screwed up? The fact that you barely ever dream about your late mother, a subconscious defense mechanism. Um, Dude, I don't think you're emotionally screwed up for not dreaming about your deceased mom. I think you're just being very hard on yourself and you're looking for reasons as to why you can prove to yourself that you're a shitty person. Because that's where you're trying to go. You're already presenting that option. Like, am I emotionally screwed up? Because you want to be. You want to, for some reason, suffer like many people do. You want to torment yourself and you want to put all the blame on yourself and you want to get to this conclusion that, you're a failure, which is was something that I see a lot of people do. And you shouldn't then. Like, you not dreaming about your mom that passed away doesn't really mean anything. It means that you're probably having great sleep, if anything. Mr. Booyah, I have experienced violence and severe censorship from my politics. I know I have to fight evil in the world, but the heat could stiffen my voice and get me killed. I'm telling myself I should focus on my art, but I don't know if it's worth it. Should I fight to the end or hide my real views? Fighting for politics is about the dumbest shit you can do, man. It's about the dumbest fucking purpose that you can make for yourself. Those politicians don't care about you, and you fighting in the streets and protesting for your political views is not really going to change anything. I highly suggest you stop wasting your time on that nonsense, on that theater, and you start focusing on the real world right here, right now. Stop going out there contributing and participating in narrow-minded tribalism, which is politics. That's what politics is. It's like we are this tribe and they are that tribe and we're going to war. It's the same as fucking football or sports. It's so stupid. Like we all got the same jersey. You're on the same tribe. Like that's my team. That's not your team, motherfucker. They don't know you. They don't care about you. You're paying hundreds or thousands of euros to go and watch the games, watch some millionaires kick a ball. Like it's silly. Like you need to get your shit together, Playboy. Tribalism can't be denied, though. Football is stupid. Blood isn't. Tribalism can be denied. Yes, it can. I'm not. I'm not. I'm like the only tribe that I got is the tribe that I'm created on here. This is my tribe. It's a positive tribe. It's a tribe that people try to help each other. I don't give a fuck about politics. The last thing I want to do is talk about politics or be worried about politics. What some 70, 80-year-old guys want to do with the world. Like, it is what it is, and we'll deal with it as it comes. But if, the only way to change the world is be the change that you want to see on a micro level. Be good to the people around you. That's how you do it. All that other shit, fuck it, man. Viking is 100% right. Well, I mean, what can I say? I agree. Just try to make the best life for yourself as you can in this short time you are here on Earth. Exactly. Like people just have this imaginary timeline in their head where they think they have a whole lot of time left. But guess what? Tomorrow doesn't exist. Nothing is guaranteed. What are some things about Belgium that you don't like? Mm, narrow-mindedness of people, definitely. Like we're a little bit too conservative. For example, we have this crazy alcoholic culture where it's absolutely socially accepted to be an alcoholic, but if you smoke a joint, you're like a fucking criminal, which is so silly. Just ignorant. There's also too much racism in Belgium, I would say, as well. Um, what else? Materialism. People focus too much on comparing with their neighbors, and like we have also like they're very focused on like which car we drive and silly stuff like that. That are some of the things that I don't like about Belgium. But yeah, I just see the disgusting things being done, and I feel duty bound to stop it for the sake of the next generation. But man, the next generation doesn't give a fuck about you or what you're doing. And guess what? Like, is you're not gonna change anything. Like, man, I can tell by the way you speak that you have this like really dark image of the world. I think you're spending too much time on the internet, man, and reading about theories about what's happening and what's going on. Like, take a look outside and see what's really happening. Like, that is your reality. All that internet bullshit, you got to take it with a big grain of salt, man. And you have to convince yourself that you're like a freedom fighter helping the new generation. But like, what does that even mean, man? The new generation will figure it out themselves, same way that we're figuring it out ourselves. You'll be fine. Tutorial slave. Thank you for your pragmatic breakdown. The Belgian boulder shoulder life and Bliss Mulder has spoken. Thank you, man. Tutorial slaves, I'm telling you though, man, like you're too hard on yourself and you've always been. And I remember this from the past section as well that we did. You need to really just like start practicing self-love, and you need to stop blaming. Like it's so clear obviously that your mom's passing has made such a big impact on you, but you have to let go of this notion that somehow it's your fault or that you not grieving hard enough is disrespecting her legacy. It's just not the case, man. It's just not the case. Like she passed, but she lives on through you. Like don't let that be in vain. Don't let that be like you got to make her proud by the way that you advance in your life. Why do you think Callum Von Moger did what he did, jump out the window? He apparently got addicted to methamphetamines, so he became like this crazy drug addict. I went to look at some of his last videos, and yeah. So for those who don't know, Callum Von Moger, really famous bodybuilder. He was once basically praised as Arnold 2.0 because his looks were very similar to Arnold Schwarzenegger, like his face and all that. Um, but so he went off the rails, started messing with hard drugs. And he had some really bad injuries as well prior to that, which also caused him to go off the rails. But he's not an intelligent guy. That's the problem. And he's a non-intelligent person that was giving a huge platform, a huge following of millions of people, and of course, it started messing with him. Like that's what happens. And in his latest, in what happened to him was that he jumped out of a second story window, and he broke his back, and yeah, it's tragic, but. I think he just like he had a psychosis. Like I think he's gone. Mr. Buyo, how can you tell that? What is really happening is staring me in the face everywhere I go. If technocrats continue their hold, it will probably end the human race. Um, yeah, I don't think that technocrats are gonna end the human race. I don't think Terminators are coming, but even if they do, like honestly, I don't really give a fuck. Like I'll deal with it when it gets there, and I'll be like John Connor in the trenches fighting Terminators, but If you are already living in the reality that you fear is going to happen, then that reality is already here. Like you're already living in that world. You're already in the Terminator world, waking up, and anxious and scared. I'm not there. I'm chilling, man. I went to the gym this morning. I did a mean back session. I had a wonderful shake with blueberries and banana. I'm having a beautiful day. I'm talking to my people online. Like I was in Barcelona 2 days ago. Like this is the real world that I can see and touch and feel, and like all that technocrat, like the world is going to the hell stuff is like I'll deal with it when I see it. I'm not seeing it though, like nowhere but Reddit and Twitter. So that's how I feel about it. My favorite country in Europe, Belgium. What is the main difference between Spain and Latin America? Oh man, I would say, I mean, but you can't. Latin America is not a country though. Like Argentinians and Venezuelans and Brazilians are so different. So you can't. Spain is, yeah, Spain. I'm not the biggest Spain fan, to be honest with you. Even though I love Barcelona, but how do I say this in a nice, non-offending way? Honestly, I feel like most people from Latin America are more educated and are like have a better sense of like respect and how to be than Spanish people. I'll leave it at that. I just want a generality. I love it. You're like, give me a generalization. Generalize. All right, guys, listen, I'm still taking on new clients. So if anybody's interested in working with me, all you have to do is send me an email at lorenz.trees@gmail.com and we can turn your life around. So anything that goes from you dealing with anxiety, depression, low self esteem, lack of self love, maybe you had a bad breakup and you're still sad over that 2 years later. Maybe you're tired of your career, your job, your living situation. I can help you with all of those things. All right. I work with 2 video calls per week and we talk daily on WhatsApp as well. So I can closely follow your life and what's going on. If that's interesting to you, send me an email. All right. So I'm not a fitness coach if that's what you're thinking, because I'm jacked, but that's not the case. All right, man. So we're almost 40 minutes in. Elena, love. See you soon. Have a great day, Elena, out there in Italy. Oh, oh. Woo, a little afternoon crash. Random question. Have you read any good books or seen any good movies recently? I just started rereading The Power of Now. Um, any good movies? I watched, Top Boy, TLP Boy, Top Boy. It's a very good show on Netflix. I just finished that. I know it's not a movie, but um, I'm gonna watch the new Top Gun. Obviously, The Northman was good. Yeah, I heard about that. I really enjoyed The Northman too. Damn, everyone's saying that. I haven't watched it yet. Yeah, I should go check that one out. I should go check that one out. But yeah, I got a client who was like, if you don't go watch The Northman, then you're not a real Viking. And he's probably right. He's probably right. What made you pick Spain and Latin America to travel to? Like initially, so I did an Erasmus year in Sweden when I was finishing my bachelor's, and that's when I got a taste of living abroad. And then I was like, I want to do more of this, so I want to go get a master's degree. And I remember looking for a international master's program that was in English, and that's how I found an international business management master's in Barcelona. I had no notion of what Barcelona was, of what it meant, even like I didn't know anything about Barcelona. I just remember thinking like I want to go there because I had an English master. Little did I know it was about to be the most popular and sought after city in Europe for the next decade. Like I went there in 2010. That was right before it blew up. Like it became the most popular city in the world, basically. Um, so yeah, that made me pick Barcelona, just like a Google search and finding an English course. And then in terms of like Latin America, I had a Colombian friend, Alex, and it was always a dream of mine to go to Latin America for some reason. I like Latinas. Like I was always attracted to Latina girls, so that was a big reason. I'm not gonna lie. And then when I finally got there, it was awesome. So how is Sweden? Sweden is nice if you can deal with a lot of cold and darkness. The summers are amazing, but it's a really nice country. It's great, but very harsh, long winters and no sunlight at all. What are your goals in life? Honestly, to continuing to help people and continuing to make great content on here. I just want to do more of this, what I'm doing, like reach more people, have more clients, make more content, and continue to like grow as a philosopher and make great philosophical content. That's what I'm all about. And at one point, have a family, make some kids for sure. I want that. Hypothetical question: is there any celebrity you would love to help out with life advice because you see them derail their life spectacularly, like Amber Heard, Ezra Miller? No, I don't care about celebrities like that. I really don't have more empathy for someone because they're a celebrity. I really don't care. Yeah, I really don't. I never looked at it like, oh, I wish one day I could help a celebrity. Like they're just people. I don't put them on a pedestal. Are you going to max out with gear eventually? That's a great question. So for those who don't know, gear means steroids, and he's talking about the gym and my body. So am I going to max out? Dude, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Don't I look maxed out already? Why the like that's my point. Like I went to the gym for 16 years to look like this naturally. Why would I fuck that up by taking steroids so I can get a little bit bigger? Like I'm already way big enough and I can still look anyone in the eye and be like, I did this shit all by myself. Like this is really a natural body. And that's great. Like I look better than most people that do gear. So fuck no, I'm never gonna take gear. I will say this. If I'm like in my 50s and stuff and I can tell like I'm just going downhill, maybe at that point I'll be like, you know what? Let me do some TRT, testosterone replacement therapy, to be able to maintain. But I'm really not even sure about that. But thank you for the question, though. It is definitely caressing my fragile ego. Do you need doctor's prescription for TRT? Yeah, for sure you do. If you're doing it the legal way, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And I wouldn't do it the illegal way. Definitely not. All right. Hey, guys, one more time. If you want to join my Discord, join my Discord if you haven't yet. That's where my online community resides. Go check it out. Also, if you want to work with me and hire me as your mentor, as your coach, you can email me at lorenz.dries@gmail.com. There you go. Come on. What am I doing? And now I have to go and get ready because I have a new client coming up in about 30 something minutes. And I want to be prepared because it's our first session talking together. Lorenz is highly recommended for life coaching. Stiggy, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you, man. Really means a lot. Mr. Booyah. I'll admit you're right that it is wise and spiritual to focus on what we can control, but I just like to think big. Nice talk. 24 Nutsernama. Hey, Nate, hope you're all right. 24, are you still rocking that sweater that I recommended to you? The one from Assos. I hadn't forgotten about you, man. Like, I want to say 2 years ago or something, this guy was like, I love your sweater. And I gave him the link of where I bought it, and then he went and bought it himself. Hell yeah. That's what's up, man. That makes me happy. I have same microphone cord a mile long. I'm not sure what that means. Oh, yeah, the same microphone, you mean? Yeah, this is a good one. Love this one. Alrighty, guys. That's about it for me today. PV Jelly, thank you so much, and thank you for kicking it off. You did an excellent, excellent job. Stiggy, thank you once again for your generous donation. Tutorial slaves, keep passing on that knowledge and planting explosives in your clients. Thank you. I like that. Have a great day. You guys have a beautiful day as well. I'll be back with more content soon, and that'll be it for today. And don't forget, life is beautiful, guys. Live it, because you never know when it's over. Peace.